As you sit there breathing in, just noticing that breath, you might begin to wonder, what's outside the patterns you've been running, haven't you? Because when you used to think about what you could and couldn't do, did you ever ask, what would happen if you did? What would happen if you already knew how to do it? That's an interesting thing, isn't it? The moment a question is asked, your mind has to search for an answer. Like a key slipping effortlessly into a lock, turning, clicking, unlocking new pathways. And there's a part of you, the part that's always been curious, that already knows how to step outside all patterns, doesn't it? And just as the river doesn't fight the rocks, it flows around them. You can begin to flow around the old blocks, easily, naturally. As you realise that nothing ever stays the same. Everything shifts, everything moves. And even the strongest stone is shaped by the flowing water of new ideas. And isn't it fascinating that those who believe something is hard experience it as hard, but those who assume it's easy simply find it easy. And I wonder, what would it be like if things started feeling easier now? Because there was a time, maybe you remember, or maybe you don't, when you were learning something new. And at first, it seemed unfamiliar, but then, without realising it, you just got it. Like how you once didn't know how to walk, and now you don't even think about walking. It just happens. And the more you let go of overthinking, the more you allow things to just happen. The less you try, the easier it flows. There's a moment, maybe it's now, maybe it's later, when you notice yourself catching old patterns before they happen, shifting, adapting, flowing into new possibilities without even trying. Isn't it amazing that every problem has at least 3 solutions? And the moment you realise that, the moment your mind sees that, you're free, aren't you? Because every time a door closes, a window opens. And sometimes, when you stop looking for the door, the wall itself disappears. And it's funny, isn't it, that those who stay rigid snap, while those who stay fluid flow effortlessly towards success. So I wonder, how quickly will you begin to notice all the choices available to you now? And as you breathe, as you listen, as your mind opens, you might begin to find that questions change everything. And every time someone says, I can't, you now ask, what would happen if you could? And your mind, that vast, powerful mind of yours, it begins searching, doesn't it? And maybe, just maybe, the more you embrace uncertainty, the more fun you have. And isn't it fun to play with reality, to play with perspectives, to dance between thoughts, and in doing so, become the most charismatic, intriguing, magnetic version of yourself, without even trying. And I don't know when, but soon, or maybe now, you'll notice that when people expect you to go one way, you go another. When they expect you to be predictable, you shift. When they expect certainty, you play. And suddenly you're more engaging, more fascinating. And they lean in, don't they? Because they just have to know what's coming next. And the more you step into this, the more you own it. The more alive you feel. The more powerfully you show up. The more the world responds to you, because you're the prize, aren't you? And so, as you continue listening, breathing, becoming, you can begin to wonder how easily, how naturally, all these new shifts are unfolding within you now.